Types of alimony in Tennessee. There are 4 basic alimony types in Tennessee: rehabilitative alimony, transitional alimony, in futuro alimony, also called periodic alimony, and alimony in solido, also called lump sum alimony. Rehabilitative alimony is awarded to a spouse who needs support to return to school, for example, or to earn a degree in order to increase his or her earning capacity so as to become financially independent. Transitional alimony in Tennessee is awarded to help a spouse adjust to the economic consequences of divorce and become self-supporting. It's ordered only when rehabilitative alimony is unnecessary. Alimony in futuro in Tennessee, or periodic alimony, may enable the spouse receiving support to maintain a lifestyle close to that which was enjoyed during the marriage. This long-term alimony is most common in longer marriages. Before alimony in futuro is awarded, however, a court must determine that the supported spouse is incapable of being rehabilitated. Alimony in solido, or lump sum alimony, is awarded as a fixed amount to make up for an imbalance in the property division. How is alimony paid in Tennessee? Alimony can be paid before and after a divorce. While divorce is pending, the court may order temporary alimony, also called pendenti liti support. What about permanent alimony in Tennessee? Permanent alimony is not a strictly defined term in Tennessee law. What most lawyers mean when they say permanent alimony is alimony which continues until the death of the payer or payee. Most divorce settlements will include remarriage of the supported spouse as a trigger to terminate or modify alimony. For all permanent alimony, either party may petition the court for more or less alimony to be paid. If a former spouse who is paying alimony wants to retire, he or she may petition the court seeking the termination or reduction of an alimony obligation. These cases can be very challenging because essentially the judge must determine whether the retirement is objectively reasonable. If the court finds retirement is objectively reasonable, the court must consider all of the alimony factors just like at the time of divorce. If the spouse paying support can afford to pay alimony from assets and savings, the court will likely order the support obligation to continue. In solido alimony, lump sum alimony, is permanent in that, if not fully paid, the obligation to pay it does not terminate at death. Is Tennessee alimony paid for life? In Tennessee, future alimony is paid for the life of the payer or the life of the payee, whichever is shorter. Periodic alimony, in general, is the same as alimony in futuro, but ends at a certain preset date. Keep in mind that alimony in futuro, periodic alimony, and rehabilitative alimony can be modified by the court upon application of either party. There is no preset minimum or maximum payment period or length of term unless otherwise stated by the court. How long does alimony last in Tennessee? That always depends on the individual case. Sometimes divorcing spouses have strong negotiating leverage, and alimony payments can last a long time. The length of payment of alimony may be dependent on the amount paid and type of alimony negotiated. For example, under the same or similar circumstances, one spouse may pay $500 per month for 60 months, compared to another spouse paying $1,000 per month for 30 months. Also, it is common in longer-term marriages, say over 15 years, for the more propertied spouse to prepay alimony by offering a larger percentage of the net marital estate property division at the time of the divorce. The alimony order or settlement should specify how much, for how long, and any special circumstances upon which alimony may be modified or terminated. Some forms of alimony may be terminated. Death of either party ends all forms of support except for lump sum alimony. In many cases, if stated so, the recipient's remarriage could end alimony in futuro, rehabilitative, and transitional alimony. An alimony recipient's cohabitation with a third party could result in modification or termination of alimony in futuro and transitional alimony. What happens if an ex-spouse receiving support lives with a third party? There becomes a rebuttal presumption that the party receiving support is either supporting or receiving support from the third party. From there, the spouse receiving support may prove that this is not the case, and support is still needed and appropriate. Tennessee courts' interpretation of this law can be confusing and downright odd. So, if you are concerned about cohabitation, please discuss your situation in detail with your experienced family lawyer. This is one of those areas of law in which there seems to be exceptions in every situation. Is alimony taxable in Tennessee? Tax consequences are another key factor when examining the equities between parties. Can you write off alimony from your taxes? Amounts paid as alimony or separate maintenance payments under a divorce or separation instrument executed after 2018 won't be deductible by the payer. Such amounts also won't be includable in the income of the recipient. The same is true of alimony paid under a divorce or separation instrument executed before 2019 and modified after 2018. If the modification expressly states that the alimony isn't deductible to the payer or includable in the income of the recipient. Expect important tax changes in the future. Tennessee does not have a state income tax which will be impacted by alimony. For a current discussion of tax aspects of divorce and alimony, we recommend you download and read the most current version of IRS Publication 504, Divorced or Separated Individuals, from irs.org. Also, talk to your tax professional. In many divorces, alimony is the very last component negotiated. Be ready. Know your projected assets, debts, income, and expenses. Help your attorney help you. Never be afraid to ask tough questions. Expect direct answers. To learn more, visit memphisdivorce.com, Tennessee's most comprehensive free online family law legal resource. memphisdivorce.com answers hundreds of frequently asked questions on divorce, alimony, property division, custody, and more, with videos, and hosts our Tennessee Family Law blog. Check out Miles Mason's author page on Amazon.com. He is the author of 3 books, including the Tennessee Divorce Client's Handbook, now available on audiobook and Kindle. Discover all you can learn with Miles Mason Family Law.